please.
Sir, the learned member, I would like to add, the question is on customer service and the Air Seva portal. However, the learned member has raised two extremely pertinent and important queries. One is related to the resurgence of traffic in the area of civil aviation. We have, as we are all aware, gone through one of the most turbulent times in civil aviation across the world during COVID, where all planes were stranded on the ground. It's probably one of the industries that was the most worst affected. And suffice to say, because of the policies of the government as well as the desire of customers to travel, we have experienced today a V-shaped recovery. I'd also like to report to this House that pre-COVID in 2019, the highest number of travelers per day experienced in India in its history was roughly about 4.07 lakh. We have broken that barrier 3 days ago, and we have reached the target of 4.13 lakh passengers per day. This talks to a great deal in terms of this government's and the Prime Minister's prerogative of, first of all, democratizing the area of civil aviation, increasing the breadth of civil aviation, as well as increasing the depth of civil aviation. That, of course, brings with it issues with regard to crowding at airports. Also, we have to understand that civil aviation has a seasonality to it. The festive season starting from October until February is the peak season. We then have the normal season from March till roughly about May. And then we have a lean season in the monsoon from roughly about June till the end of September. I have had a very detailed meeting with not only our airport operators yesterday, but along with that with immigration, along with that with CISF. And what I have requested them is that we must put in a plan in terms of peak hour planning for arrivals and departures, not based upon just an airport's capability of runway takeoff and landings, but on the whole process capability right from when our passenger enters the airport to when he goes in for security check, to when he goes in for a baggage drop-off, and then goes to the gate. And look at the whole process based on which we should manage our number of arrivals and departures in peak hour traffic. So there's a great degree of volatility today. We need to smoothen out that volatility curve. All the airports have pretty much come on board, and very similar to the fog planning that we do in the winter schedule, I have requested them to also do this peak hour planning. Today, as we speak, that process is on, and I'm quite sure that we will be able to manage in India, unlike what we experienced in the US and Europe and many developed parts of the world, when there was a resurgence of traffic, there was mayhem at airports, baggage was getting lost. Our airports in India did a yeoman's job during that process, and even now with this new height of passenger traffic, we will smoothen out that process in the days to come. I'm very confident with our airport operators. Thank you.
Srimati Mahua Moitra. महवा मोत्रा जी नहीं आपने इनके बाद देना आप सब.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, sir, for allowing my question. Actually, this is related directly to customer service with air service, and I'd like to put the question to the Honourable Minister. This is something where a lot of aged people in India have children staying abroad and travel, say, once a year. Now, for example, if you're buying a ticket from Calcutta on Vistara to London, there is no direct flight, so the flight routes you to Delhi via Delhi. You purchase a ticket which is Calcutta-Delhi, Calcutta-London. On the way, your luggage is booked through. On the way back, for example, a 75-year-old or 80-year-old couple, on the way back, have to land in Delhi, wait at the baggage belt, take out their luggage, and then go themselves and rebook it to Calcutta. If you're going on British Airways, on the way through, it's fine. On the way back, for example, if the flight is via Bangalore, they have to be at Bangalore airport at the baggage belt, take out these heavy suitcases on their own, then go and rebook it to Calcutta. For example, if you're traveling British Airways from here to Paris and the changeover is at London, your luggage is booked through to Paris. You don't have to take it out in London. So is this something that we really need to take up with international airlines, that you're having to break this, and older people and disabled people have to face a huge amount of problems taking out luggage themselves, putting it in, so this is something if you could, this is something if we could please take up. Thank you, sir.
एक मिनट मंत्री जी, मेरा इतना ऐसा आग्रह है कि मैं सब सदस्यों को बोलने का मौका देता हूं, पर कई माननीय सदस्य ट्विटर में बहुत जल्दी लिखते हैं कि स्पीकर बोलने का मौका नहीं देता। कम से कम उसका ध्यान रखें कि ट्विटर पे कभी स्पीकर के बारे में न लिखे, अच्छा होगा। माननीय मंत्री जी, माननीय मंत्री जी।
Sir, I think that the member has put forward a very valuable suggestion. We will certainly look into that matter. For us, our elderly folks, our elderly population is an extremely important segment of our population, and it is our job to make sure that traveling becomes seamless and a very flexible process for them. So I shall certainly take that suggestion on board. As far as Mr. Baranji's question, which remained unanswered, which is the B part of his question, let me commit to him that we have a very, very aggressive expansion plan for the current Chennai terminal. We are spending almost 2,895 crores for that expansion plan, and the probable date of completion is somewhere in 2024. As soon as that gets done, we will certainly inaugurate it. Along with that, let me also suggest to him and request him that we would like to build a greenfield airport in Chennai as well. There is a new site that has been co-located between the state government as well as the central government. 4 sites had been offered. We've focused on one, which is Parandur. TIDCO had sent their proposal for site clearance to us. We have reverted to them with comments last month. If you can hasten up that process, it will help us very much.
Shri Shashi Tharoor ji.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I think this is an excellent omnibus question covering all the suggestions.